Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to talk about Rosecraft knives, and we're going to do a review of this knife in particular, but I wanted to start out with just talking about Rosecraft blades in general. Rosecraft knives is relatively new to the knife world. The owner's name is Andy. I don't remember his last name, I'm sorry. I've dealt with him a little bit in dealings with this knife, as you saw in my last video. This isn't the replacement. This is the original that I got, and the replacement's still on the way. This is the very next day. I'm so excited about how that all went down. I just wanted to do a video about Rosecraft knives, and I wanted to do a review of this knife. These are some of the models, some of the patterns that they have. Dogleg jack. This is called the French broad jack. Beaver Creek Barlow, this is like about a size of a number 15 Barlow, maybe just a little bit bigger. Swayback. I don't remember something Creek, Tallahassee Creek Swayback or something like that. And then this is Atawata something. The name's kind of hard for me to pronounce. And this is kind of more like a modern folder. It's got G10, and they're all D2 steel. I think he has also modern knives, and some of his modern knives are made in AR RPM 9. So I'm thinking that maybe his OEM, and I'm just guessing, I could probably be very wrong on this, it might be CJRB, or whatever the affiliate company is with that, Artisan Cutlery. I don't know for sure, something like that. These aren't super fancy, but they're really well executed. You can see they all just have ordinary finger pulls on them. There's no matte strike pulls or any of that silliness, which I guess it's not silly, but I like them too. But they're just, normal. They're pocket knives, just good old-fashioned traditional pocket knives. They're all on D2 steel. If you didn't know, I talked about this on my last video. D2 steel was created chemically. The form of D2 steel was created in 1918. It's been used as a tool steel for a long time. Started getting used in cutlery in 1965. So the next time you pay for that Benchmade in D2, because it's supposed to be a super high-end steel, and you pay $240 for a folder, you might want to think about it. I don't know if they'd even do that anymore. They use higher-end steels now, but for a while that's the way it was, and they were acting like D2 was this new great thing, and it's not. It's not. It actually is a really good traditional knife steel. It's been around a long time. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this knife. Like I said, this is a review of the French broad jack. It's a dogleg pattern. Wharncliffe blade. Wharncliffe meaning it's got perfectly flat edge, and then it's got this kind of long sloping tip with the swedge on it. Like I said, D2 steel. Comes with this rosebud shield, and this is what they call red apple bone. And one of the cool things about this, not just this knife but this company in general, is the money he's making now, he's going to eventually make a factory in the United States, and I think that's awesome. That's awesome. You can see the well is nice and clean. Let's get some specifications on it. Tape measure. It has a blade of just under 3 inches, cutting edge of about 2 5/8, handle of 3 3/4, and an overall length of 6 3/4. Blade height is about 9/16, and the thickness is just over 1/16 of an inch, right about 3/32. Overall height of the knife in your pocket is about 15/16, and handle thickness is right about a 1/2 inch at the widest point. It kind of has a taper to it, almost a Coke bottle-y thing going on there. Here it is next to some other knives for size comparison. Here it is next to the Paramilitary 3, wearing fancy pants, titanium scales. So as you can see, it's smaller than the Para 3. And then here is, where's my Para 2? I don't know. So we're just gonna go with the 940. Here it is next to the 940 from Benchmade. And you can see also the Benchmade's quite a bit bigger. And then here it is next to my usual Cold Steel Tough Light. And then here it is next to Cold Steel 4MAX Scout. So as you can see, it's a little bit bigger than the Tough Light and a little bit smaller than the 4MAX Scout. And then here it is next to some traditional knives. Because it is traditional, we want to try to keep, you know, apples to apples. Here it is next to the Case Swayback Jack, Tony Bowes. And you can see it's quite a bit bigger than the Swayback Jack. And then here it is next to a very popular knife right now, the Jack Wolf Knives Little Bro Jack. And you can see it's bigger than the Little Bro. And then, for probably one of the best comparisons for those of you who are GEC guys and kind of recognize this pattern, here it is next to the 38, which is also a dog leg in red popcorn jig bone, or corn cob, excuse me, corn cob jig bone. This is an unexcelled version of the 38 with the muskrat clip blade. So, and this is a good comparison, a really good comparison. I would say quality-wise, these knives are almost equal, if not equal. I mean, this one obviously has pinch bolsters and lined. This one does not have that, and this one, you know, has jigging, and this one does not. But otherwise, as far as construction goes, the quality is almost the same. Stainless steel bolsters, and they're integral with the liners, which is really nice. As you can see, there's no seam there like there is on there. See the seam next to the liners? This has brass liners. See inside the blade well, nice and clean. They do run on a stop pin, which kind of gives the walk and talk, because now you have kind of a hollow under here created by that stop pin, so it gives it just a little more noise on the walk and talk, which is nice. And the walk and talk on this knife, and every one of them so far, has been really good, really good. The pull on this is 6 or 7 right in there. I don't know. I need to probably work with a knife expert or someone that makes knives that can teach me what level of walk and talk is supposed to be. I would say it's every bit is about the same strength as the Little Bro Jack. So if you have a Little Bro Jack, it might be just a little bit softer than the Little Bro Jack. So if you have a Little Bro Jack, this is slightly softer. Apple red bone, the bone on their knives is really nice. Really nice. Of course, the Barlow that I got from them had some issues. I had to send it back, but no big deal. They're gonna, or I didn't send it back, they're sending me a new one, but they're gonna hook me up with a new one, and it's gonna be, I'm sure, much better. Transitions are perfect. Pins are perfect. Shield is perfect. You know, I mean, they're perfect. They're really nice. His OEM is doing a really, really nice job. The H is really nice. Let's look at it with the blade open. There's no funky cut or weird gaps or anything like that. It looks good. It's not as nice as the Jack Wolf knife, but this is a $50 knife. The butt cut is perfect. This is what Case should be for the price. right? I mean, this one, I've owned a lot of GCs, and this is every bit as nice as any GC I've ever found. But even Case should be able to hit this, I would think. I don't know why they can't, but they can't. Anyway, no gapping on the springs. They're not quite as nice as the Jack Wolf, but they're dang nice. I mean, they're every bit as good as the GC. Like I said, these knives are just every bit, to me, at least this one. I mean, obviously samples are going to differ. At least this one is every bit as good as a GC. Dogleg pattern is when it's shaped kind of like a leg. So this would be like the thigh, that narrows down to the foot, and it's kind of shaped like a dog's leg, like the front leg of a dog if it was standing there. It is made for kind of a whittling knife, fat in the front like that, so it can't twist on you in your hand when you're carving, and then slim in the back so it's not wearing out your fingers trying to grip something huge. This one has kind of sharp shoulders. I do kind of wish they were rounded a little more like this one. These ones are super nice and rounded, but I get it, it's good. It kind of shows a little bit more expertise keeping them nice and sharp and square like that without burning the edge. So that's nice. Like I said, very clean in the well, centering. Great, perfect. Can't hit the blade with the tip of your finger. It's just far enough. It's not too far back. Sometimes Case knives, you get them and you get that. So, you know, better than a Case knife. Again, nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Good user, easy going in the pocket. I usually carry it in a pocket slip. They don't come with a pocket slip. Let's look at packaging real quick. Just real quick. There's nothing real fancy about it. You get it in a box like this. It's a nice box. It's a slide out sleeve with foam in it, and then it'll be wrapped in paper like that. So just another box. Nothing super fancy. I'm not real big on slide sleeve boxes, but whatever. At least they give you something to grab onto. Oh, that's nice. A lot of companies don't, and they're just a pain to open. So anyway, there it is. The French Broad Jack. Yes, I can recommend it. I think right now they're for like 54 bucks, and you can't beat that. And there's next to that one. Next to that one. And that one. So yeah, great knives, great knives. If you're looking for a traditional pocket knife and you're a purveyor of traditional pocket knives, feel free to check these guys out. And I also want to say, if you want to watch even better, probably more entertaining reviews of these knives, go check out Patty's Potato Peelers if you're not one of his subscribers already. He's got really good videos on these knives too. So if you're thinking about one, that's kind of my process. When I buy a knife, I like to watch other reviewers and see what they're like before I buy it. So anyway, get your family together, turn off that TV, get outdoors. Toad Sticker out.